The things you witness as a child somehow stay inside your head. A smile of pride from parents, or the good things that they may have said. Deeds of trust and bonding that helps to build some self-esteem. But there can be things in childhood that you really wish you hadn't seen.
These are the type of childhood memories that children can do without. How can they make sense of domestic violence? How many of them will grow up to display the same negative behavior in their relationships? It's not normal. Get help. Seek advice.
Please.
No child deserves to live with domestic violence.
You see what you've got, though? You see?
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Social Protection.
So you're visiting or have some foreign currency you wish to change. Need a cambio that is secure, offers the best exchange, and, well, makes you feel comfortable. Visit the Hand in Hand Trust Corporation. We offer great rates and provide a safe and secure environment. 62 to 64.
Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Government should give us more information on Venezuelan bomber, says Dr. Henry Jeff.
Foreign exchange needs. Hand in Hand Trust Corporation Incorporated, a member of the Hand in Hand Group of Companies.
At Sofa Plus, you can create a home you love. There is a style for everyone at a price anyone can afford. Shop in store at Lot 7 Mon Repose and make every day fantastic. We also custom build to your specification. Give us a call on telephone number 6380702. Sofa Plus, we are here because of you.
Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. I am innocent. Win leader AZRUDDIN and NAZAR MOHAMED released on $150,000 bail each. No evidence to warrant an extradition, AZRUDDIN Mohamed's attorneys argue. Outgoing leader of the opposition SNUBS Ali on substantive judicial appointments. HAGUE resident outraged over dumped chicken waste, calls for urgent cleanup and action from authorities. And in sport, West Indies secures series sweep against Bangladesh. HGP Nightly News begins now. evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm ALETHEA Grant with the Friday 31st October 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you should know this evening. Days before he is expected to be sworn in as opposition leader, businessman and political leader, AZRUDDIN Mohamed and his father, NAZAR Mohamed, were arrested Friday morning following an extradition request from the United States. Travis Chase has been following that story.
Georgetown Magistrate Judy Latchman on Friday afternoon granted $150,000 bail each to the father and son, NAZAR and AZRUDDIN Mohamed, who were also the principals of the We Invest in Nationhood political party. The younger Mohamed was reportedly arrested just outside the Guyana Revenue Authority office on Smythe Street, Georgetown, while his father was taken into custody at his Lombard Street office. According to reports, the U.S. indictment against the two men contains 11 counts related to mail and wire fraud and money laundering allegations. After posting bail, AZRUDDIN Mohamed maintained that his arrest was politically motivated, linking the timing of the move to his imminent swearing-in as opposition leader.
I am innocent.
So the U.S. concocted all the evidence they claim they have on you, sir?
If gold was smuggled out of this country, the government is fully their part and parcel, because in the sanctions it was stated that government officials were involved in the corrupt activities if it was smuggled.
Asked about the U.S. indictment, which alleges that between 2017 and 2024, the Mohameds, through their company, avoided paying taxes and royalties by reusing gold export declarations and royalty documents, Mohammed dismissed the allegations as baseless and politically charged.
Were you surprised by the allegations made by the prosecution, the Jamaican, in the court today?
In the court today.
Talk about your connections to
Middle East, Venezuela.
In Brazil and all that.
Sure lies. Everything is lies. This is coming from the government of Guyana. The PPP is a criminal enterprise. They want to link me with the bombing. They are the ones allowing all the Venezuelans in this country.
He reiterated that his political aspirations have made him a target of a wider campaign to discredit him ahead of his expected installation as opposition leader.
Their main objective is to not see me enter parliament.
The Mohameds were sanctioned by the U.S. government in 2024, along with their company, Mohamed's Enterprise, over alleged corruption and gold smuggling activities. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, lawyers representing AZRUDDIN Mohamed and NAZAR Mohamed have argued that no evidence was presented in court to justify their extradition to the United States. Here again is Travis Chase.
Although the prosecution objected to bail being granted to the Mohameds, they failed to convince Magistrate Judy Latchman that the father and son duo were flight risks. Lead attorney Sayan Durjan said the prosecution's submission in opposing bail raised several legal red flags.
They have not provided any documents whatsoever of their evidence as yet. We applied for those documents. They ought to bring them on that next date as well. We are pleased that our magistrate saw it fit to award bail to both defendants in the sum of $150,000 only.
Durjan contended that the offenses listed in the U.S. indictment are not extraditable, noting that most of the alleged offenses are not recognized under Guyanese law.
The offenses for which AZRUDDIN and NAZAR Mohamed are wanted in the U.S. are not extraditable offenses under the laws of our land, nor under the treaty with which we have an arrangement.
He added that his clients had already informed authorities of their willingness to legally cooperate with any extradition request, stressing that issues of constitutionality now arise in how the matter is being handled.
Because we have alleged a constitutional breach in the amendment to the Fugitive Offenders Act. Now, the Constitution says where we raise such a constitutional point, the magistrate is duty-bound to refer it to the High Court.
Senior counsel Roysdale Ford also told reporters that no tangible evidence was presented to the court to support the extradition, only unsubstantiated statements.
Well, I don't believe that
this afternoon, any evidence was presented. What we have was a string of unsubstantiated statements, which we asked them to produce the basis for it. Was there any affidavit evidence? You can't make such a serious accusation bordering on treason and come to the court and simply make a statement. These things would allegedly be happening for months, and the state of Guyana is armed not only with extradition facilities, they're armed under the law with the right to put a citizen in preventive detention.
In early October, a grand jury in the United States Southern District of Florida indicted the Mohameds on multiple counts of wire and mail fraud and money laundering. Most of the charges stem from alleged gold exports to the United States by the Mohameds enterprise. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thanks, Travis. Leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Aubrey Norton, has poured cold water on the idea of agreeing to judicial appointments of substantive Chancellor and the Chief Justice as outgoing opposition leader on the behest of President Irfaan Ali. Marvin Cato reports.
I made it very, very clear, as lucid as I can, that I was not prepared to support the removal of Justice Cummings.
That was leader of the People's National Congress Reform and outgoing leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, finally commenting after being radio silent on a request made by President Ali on judicial appointments.
And I took the position that I had to hear from Janet Cummings herself that she had voluntarily agreed to go.
Norton is of the view that it is not his place to make the appointment, even that of Chancellor, without hearing directly from the outgoing acting Chancellor, Janet Cummings Edwards. He said since there was no discussion with her, he did not entertain the thought, even with the government providing an interlocutor, to possibly have the appointments made before the sitting of the 13th Parliament.
And I made the point that I was not prepared to make Justice Singh Chief Justice and confirm it. I was not prepared to do that.
Asked if he was prepared to confirm Justice Wilshire only, Norton was adamant that would only have been possible after consulting with AZRUDDIN Mohamed on the issue.
In fact, in speaking with one person who engaged, I said to that person, I had a problem with supersession, and that there were other persons there who were of better character and didn't have some of the public outbursts that Singh had.
He was, however, explicit that the acting Chief Justice could not have gained his blessing since he believes in succession planning, and that must allow deserving seniors to be elevated instead of juniors superseding them. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
The government of Guyana is moving to establish a Guyana gas bottle and logistics company and is seeking a private investor to partner with it. Here is more.
A request for proposals published earlier this week, government, through the Office of the Prime Minister, is seeking a private investor to partner with, which will see the bottling, transporting, and distribution of cooking gas for domestic use undertaken. The project will be established under the Guyana Gas Bottling and Logistics Company to be located at Wales, West Bank, east of the Gas to Energy project. The government said cooking gas will be supplied to the facility from the Guyana Power and Gas, Inc., a fully owned government of Guyana company. The Prime Minister's office explained that under a public-private partnership model, proposed GGBLC is expected to bottle, transport, and distribute cooking gas to supply the local market at an affordable price. With government set to facilitate all contracts and permits, the private developer will be responsible for financing, design, engineering, construction, and day-to-day operations of the company. Interested companies must have experience in engineering, procurement, and the construction of an EPC, as well as operating similar facilities. The deadline for responses to the request for proposals is January 15th, 2026. The potential partner has also been invited to provide an EPC contract with, quote, sufficient details and schedules reflective of best practice and or executed by your firm as EPC contractor, close quote. as well as an operator contractor with details on expected taxation during EPC and operational stages. Winston Brassington, lead on the GTE task force, had explained that 4,100 barrels of byproducts daily, such as cooking gas, were part of the startup plans of the NGL facility. Statistics indicate that local consumers utilized approximately 700 barrels daily, and the project is expected to produce some 50 million cubic feet of gas daily, which amounts to 63 million barrels of liquids annually. Despite these assurances, government continues to face heavy criticism, particularly from the political opposition, for its failure to conduct a feasibility study on the GTE project, with billions already expended. During the just concluded International Business Conference, Chairman of Linseca, Nelson Drake, revealed that a staggering US $100 million had to be expended to stabilize the soil at the GTE site, pushing the undertaking back by an estimated 14 months. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Join us after the break. We have more news for you.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Commissioner Rolf Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Monrepo, East Coast in Marara, or call 220-962-4, 629-4021, or 619-7880. At Krishna Rolf Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back with the HGP Nightly News. The government should work with regional stakeholders to improve oversight of non-Guyanese entering the country. This is according to Aubrey Norton, leader of the People's National Congress Reform. Antonio Day spoke with the seasoned politician and filed this report.
Vulnerability of our borders, particularly along the Cayuny and Winnemere rivers, presents challenges related to illegal crossing, armed trafficking, and the potential infiltration by non-state actors. During the 12th sitting of the National Assembly, politicians like Amanzo Walton Desir and leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Aubrey Norton, had persistently urged the government to improve monitoring of undocumented immigrants in Guyana. In the aftermath of the tragic explosion at the Soil gas station on Regent Street, Georgetown, which claimed a child's life, the suspect of Venezuelan national has confessed, according to the Ghanaian police force. While acknowledging the complexities surrounding this confession, Mr. Norton is urging the government to adopt a more proactive approach to border security and surveillance.
That we need a proper system to check every Venezuelan that is coming. You don't want to be anti-Venezuelan, but at the same time, you don't want the Venezuelan government to put their operatives in here.
In a recent interview with Nightly News, Norton, a former official at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, emphasized the importance of reviewing Ghana's immigration policy.
There should be proper scrutiny of Venezuelans. There also should be proper monitoring of those who are suspected of being linked to the government and carrying out the government of Venezuela activity. But the question of Venezuela is a much wider question. We need a proper immigration policy, not only for Venezuelans, for all persons coming.
Mr. Norton also highlighted the necessity of embracing a multinationalism approach in addressing national concerns. He underscored the significance of fostering collaborative relations with nations in Latin America and the Caribbean, stressing that regional leaders must be willing to offer their support. The PNCR leader raised concerns about the current perception of the Ghanaian police force regarding credibility and reliability amidst these challenges and circumstances.
If people don't trust the top of the police force, if there are all these rumors about bribery and corruption, then how do you know Venezuelans won't bribe them and corrupt them? So it's a combination of measures. It's not one act. And critical to that is developing a credible police force with a credible leadership so that the citizenry believes what is coming out to the police.
He emphasized that the public must have confidence in law enforcement agencies, reassuring citizens that their safety is a priority. Antonio, reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Only one witness took to the stand on a Friday as the election fraud trial entered its 38th day before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti. The case was later adjourned to November 17, 2025. Tiana Cole has been following that story.
Day 38 of the election fraud trial resumed on Friday before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti at the Georgetown Magistrates Court, where one witness took the stand as the case continues to unfold. Detective Inspector Shane James, attached to the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, and the Major Crimes Unit, testified that on August 30, 2020, he was on duty when he was instructed to go to the Vigilance Police Station. Upon arrival, he made contact with Enrique Liven, who was in custody at the time. James told the court that he later escorted Liven to the CID headquarters for a video interview. He explained that Liven requested to speak with his attorney, UC Anderson, and after facilitating the call, the interview process continued at CID. Following his testimony, Detective James was cross-examined by defense attorney Nigel Hughes. The matter was then adjourned to November 17, 2025 for continuation. The charges before the court stem from investigations into the March 2020 general and regional elections, during which several former officials of the Ghana Elections Commission, GECOM, and others were accused of attempting to manipulate election results. In total, the defendants faced 19 conspiracy charges related to alleged electoral fraud. The prosecution has indicated plans to call approximately 73 witnesses in the ongoing trial. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
A disturbing environmental issue is brewing on the west coast of Demerara. Residents of HAGUE have raised an alarm over what appears to be bags of discarded chicken parts being dumped in a nearby canal, creating an unbearable stench. Jada June reports.
The waterway in HAGUE, West Coast Demerara, has become the source of deep frustration and concern for residents. For nearly 2 weeks now, several bags containing what appears to be decomposing chicken remains have been floating in the drains behind homes, filling the air with a foul stench that residents say makes daily living unbearable.
I am living by a chicken place, and these people is dumping the chicken guts, everything in the trench, and the dump it must be about 2 weeks now. That is meat center HGP on the west coast.
The resident said repeated efforts to have the matter addressed have failed.
I just come out of my bedroom and come outside on the ground and lie down. The thickness of we had a baby is barely walking. And 7 little children, we had about 5 little small children in the yard.
The resident is now appealing to the Regional Democratic Council and health authorities to step in, as the decaying waste poses a serious environmental and public health risk to the surrounding community.
We were just let them to remove the bags from there and take it wherever. I don't visit that, that's my concern.
Health and environmental officials are being urged to investigate the situation urgently and ensure proper disposal of animal waste in the area are met. Residents say they simply want their community cleaned up and their health protected. Jada June reported for HGP Nightly News.
Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Priya Manik-Chand continued her nationwide series of community governance meetings in an effort to reconnect with the people who serve communities. Here again is Jada June.
The minister met with chairpersons, vice chairs, overseers, and representatives from health and support services, reaffirming government's commitment to strengthening trust and teamwork at local level. Over the past week, Minister Manik-Chand held discussions with local government bodies across Region 3, from Windsor Park to West Bank, meeting with 14 local entities as part of a 3-week outreach program. The initiative, she said, is not about photo opportunities or protocol, but about reconnecting with the people who serve communities.
And the intention is to meet every single MDC in this country within the next 2.5 weeks.
Minister Manik-Chand emphasized that each council and committee was elected through the confidence of its residents, regardless of political affiliation, and trust must be honored through integrity, transparency, and teamwork.
We are a team of servants of the people from Windsor Forest to the furthest end of the west bank of the Demerara. Because that's what we are. We are the servants of the people in our communities.
The minister has already completed meetings with entities in Region 2 and the western zones of Region 3. The next set of engagements will continue next week, covering remaining districts as the ministry works to meet with every local government body in the country over the remaining weeks.
Your job is to re-establish, or if you never had any, establish trust between you and your constituents. They must trust you.
The sessions also allow local officials to raise issues affecting their communities, including healthcare delivery, infrastructure, and support services. Minister Manik-Chand reassured that the ministry will follow up on the concerns raised and continue to strengthen collaboration between central and local government. Jada June reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned, we have more news for you.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
You know, brethren.
Yeah, blood.
I said like you didn't pass it through today.
Ah, boys, them file there. You tell people stop me and it to come to me on help.
Oh, but hey, I hide it from them people. I know, boy. Man, none of them things. Russ, I skipped them people last year. And did you and I feel good? Make no sense I take that. You think this is still gonna take Russ out? Yeah.
No matter what, you could feel good, but the worm still. And you said you could get your big foot and all.
Oh, hey, Bigfoot, worm. Hey, man, stop playing, you know. Hey, me auntie take them pills and she gets sick. Plus, me auntie, me sister and them did I take it. That them big foot of them things come from crap who blowing on your foot. Or over your body, that don't file your body.
Nice, serious body. See if you don't take the pill, the worm goes inside you for years. Plus, when the mosquito bite you, you can pass on a crime, give it to your family or even weep. Aside, plus, your auntie must have had the thing and all the pill head to say. Don't believe in them or be a stubborn dog.
So wait, you telling the rascal get this thing you could give family and don't even know?
Yeah, man. Plus, if you think you're bad, your foot and your skin will be big. Even your baskets will be get body.
Hey, you are none of that. Hey, bye, best you take this pill and done, bye.
Yeah, but that's why we all got to check the fileria pill. Protect your family and everybody else.
We are talking about fileria gonna get knocked out. TKO.
These nice products I spoke with proper things. Peppies, you get the best and these things. Oh no, bless up.
Okay. Pack up these things. Yellow. Yeah, put the things in the car.
Loving you is easy cause you're beautiful. Do-da-do-da-do. I love you and you and you and you and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love Peppies.
Welcome back. You with the HGP Nightly News. The Islamic Development Bank and the Inter-American Development Bank have renewed strategic partnerships with a commitment of $1 billion over the next 5 years to advance development projects in Guyana and Suriname. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
The two financial institutions formalized the renewed collaboration through a Memorandum of Understanding MOU, which outlines plans to promote inclusive and sustainable growth in both countries. The partnership will prioritize investments in transportation, energy, urban and rural development, education, health, and resilience, key areas identified as critical to boosting economic progress and improving quality of life. The ISDB emphasized that the renewed engagement reflects its ongoing commitment to empowering member countries through partnership that delivers sustainable and transformative outcomes. The bank noted that the collaboration with IDB Group is expected to strengthen resilience, create economic opportunities, and enhance livelihoods in both Suriname and Guyana. The IDB Group highlighted that the alliance will open new co-financing opportunities and foster cooperation among member countries with a focus on resilience building, inclusive growth, and improved living standards. Beyond Guyana and Suriname, the renewed partnership will also extend to other common member countries and IDB member states with significant Muslim populations. The MOU is designed to deepen cooperation in areas such as trade, investment, and sustainable transportation solutions aimed at improving regional connectivity and climate resilience. Both banks reaffirmed their joint commitment to sharing knowledge, delivering impactful development results, and strengthening ties between Latin America, the Caribbean, Gulf states, and other global partners. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Youths were urged to be multidimensional given the competitiveness in the job market. These were the common thread of various professionals during the Greater Guyana Initiative Stakeholders Youth Forum on Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics held at the Marriott Hotel on Friday. Here is more.
Several secondary school students on Friday at the Guyana Marriott Hotel were sensitized about career opportunities and prospects in fields related to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. A panel discussion with professionals working in aviation and oil and gas and other related sectors, students were advised to be multidimensional when choosing a career path. Deidre Mo, Global Director for Socioeconomic Management at ExxonMobil, shared her work experience particularly in an environment that is two-pronged, so the STEM with a background in communication studies.
STEM is important in all aspects. It's going to be even more important as we try to solve more challenging problems across the globe.
And so being a part of that, to me, is really important.
Jada Overton, Vice President of the University of Guyana Society of Petroleum Engineers, also recounted her experiences as an economics major, urging students to use digital technology to their advantage. In reference to artificial intelligence, Overton also urged the student audience to use this platform to aid with complex academic topics. On the subject of career choices, the young woman advised students to be open-minded.
Didn't have anything really under control. Most of it was my parents, so I had to scope out and I had to understand things for myself and try things. When you try things, you're not always going to get an A every time. You're not always going to get 90 to 100%. So you have to try and you have to keep at it and build that confidence within yourself.
She also stressed the importance of ensuring persons living with disabilities have opportunities to STEM-related jobs. Other professionals during the panel discussion shared their 2 cents.
Get your science tech, or even if you don't, do the CVQ, which we're doing right now in partnership with education at the Executive Technical Institute for students in Region 1 and 2.
Younger folks, they normally use like the technology, so they can use that to pursue any knowledge they desire with proper guidance.
The Greater Guyana Initiative is a partnership between the Scarborough Block co-venturers ExxonMobil Guyana, Hess Guyana Exploration, and CNOC Petroleum Guyana. This collaboration invests in our communities and develops the local workforce and builds human capacity. By advancing education and improving healthcare, one can contribute to sustainable economic diversification by supporting a prosperous and growing Guyana. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thanks, Antonio. Stay tuned for regional news.
Live the Island Dream. It's your chance to be one of over 100 winners in the Island Dream promotion. Win your share of more than $1 million in cash and prizes. Plus 2 all-inclusive weekend staycations for 2. And that's not all. Score coolers packed with Buster, Turbo, Altitude, and Viva. Just buy any can or bottle of Turbo, Buster, Altitude, or Viva. Find the code starting with BB. Then visit at Buster Guyana or Turbo_Caribbean on IG or Facebook for details. Live the Island Dream. Get money. Live the Island Dream.
Guyana's oil and gas sector is ensuring safety standards remain top priority. Modern technologies such as thermal imaging systems, real-time monitoring, and reporting of environmental discharges of FPSOs has been implemented to reduce risks. Hands-on training in health and safety is intensifying, strengthening environmental sustainability both onshore and offshore. Since oil production started offshore, long-term investments have opened doors for Guyanese, shaping the industry and local economy for generations to come.
Mom, did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order a delicious KFC bucket for the best price. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Good evening and welcome to Friday's edition of the Regional News. I'm Antonio Day. We begin with news in the Caribbean. The United Nations on Friday described an extrajudicial killings as it strongly condemned the United States for striking vessels in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific allegedly carrying drug traffickers. The United Nations Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, in his debut condemnation on these actions remarked, and I quote, "These actions and their mounting human costs are unacceptable. The U.S. must halt such actions and take all measures necessary to prevent the extrajudicial killing of people aboard these boats, whatever the criminal conduct alleged against them." End of quote. In September, President Donald Trump ramped up U.S. military presence in the Caribbean, ordering an amphibious squadron to the Southern Caribbean as part of his effort to address threats from the Latin American drug cartels. The United States military has carried out deadly airstrikes in the Caribbean waters over the past weeks against what Washington alleges are Caracas-backed drug traffickers. The Venezuelan government, however, denies the charge, accusing the administration of being a threat to the peace and security of the whole region. Trinidad and Tobago has come out in full support for the U.S. sanction, with Prime Minister Camel Basad-Cesar already indicating that the drug traffickers should be killed violently This week, the Venezuelan parliament passed a motion declaring her as persona non grata, and President Nicolas Maduro also announced immediate suspension of energy agreements with Trinidad and Tobago, while the Caribbean country began the deportation of 200 illegal immigrants. Continuing with news in the region, the Cayman Islands government has pledged $1.2 million in essential supplies to assist Jamaica's recovery efforts following the devastation of Hurricane Melissa. Cayman Islands Premier Andre Enbarts made the announcement during a media briefing on Thursday morning, noting that when the Cayman Islands suffered the devastation caused by Hurricane Ivan, Jamaica was quick to offer support. He said that the donation would include critical relief items to ship directly to Jamaica. Accompanied by a team of ministers, Enbark said he had also traveled with $200,000 worth of supplies that were all ready to be handed over immediately. And I quote, "On behalf of myself and the government, the ministers who are here, including Minister Nick DaCosta and the leader of the opposition, Cayman Islands stands with Jamaica." And finally, with some news in the international diaspora. The Trump administration has made a decision to attack military installations, including Venezuela and the Straits, could come at any moment, sources with knowledge of the situation told the Miami Herald. As the U.S. prepares to initiate the next stage of its campaign against the Solis drug cartel. The planned attacks, also reported by the Wall Street Journal, will seek to destroy military installations used by the drug trafficking organization the United States says is headed by Venezuelan strongman Nicolas Maduro, and are run by top members of his regime. Sources told the Miami Herald that the targets could be struck by air in a matter of days or even hours, also aimed to decapitate the cartel's hierarchy. The U.S. officials believe the cartel exports around 50 tons of cocaine yearly, split between Europe and the United States. That has brought us to the end of Friday's edition of the Regional News. I'm Antonio Day. Goodbye for now, and do have a great weekend.
Let's now join Delwyn Neblett for HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Delwyn Neblett with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Friday, October 31, 2025. We begin tonight with motor racing. The South Dakota circuit comes alive this weekend as the much-anticipated Caribbean Clash of the Champions is set for Sunday, November 2nd. Guyana's best riders and drivers will take the track to defend home turf against competitors from the United States, Europe, and the Caribbean. In the feature GT3 category, it will be Guyana versus Trinidad as Mark Vera, who will be driving a new Porsche GT3 Cup car for the first time, will be taking on Franklin Buderam. The GT3 category also features UK driver Will Redford representing Team AGM. World Endurance Champion Englishman Greg Black will ride on Sunday, along with compatriot Dan Linfoot, as Guyana will expect great things from speed ace Matthew Vera. Andrew King leads the Group 4 category ahead of rival Mohan Rangasamy. Shan Sitatan and Adrian Finans will do battle in the Group 2 category, as Asad Hassan and Ryan Rahman go head-to-head in the sports tuner category. Narish Alves and veteran Jad Rahman will contend for top honors in the street tuner category, as the rookie category will see Saifuddin Roshandin battle for glory against Ritesh Singh. Into basketball, action continued in the 2025 Brushes Basketball Classic with 2 games at the Retrieve Hard Court in Linden on Wednesday. In the first game, the Ravens Club of Central Georgetown defeated Kokwani 80-61 on the back of 16 points from Imani Charles and 14 points from Alroy Nurse. Kokwani's Martin Thomas scored 21 points in a losing effort. In game number 2, the Eagles defeated the Paysetters 68-49 as Travis Belgrave produced a game-high 23 points and Shelton Gillis added 14. Neon Boya put up 10 points for the Paysetters in the 19-point blowout. The Ravens and the Eagles are now through to the semi-finals, scheduled for Saturday, November 1st, along with the Victory Valley Royals and the Amelia's Ward Jets. Moving into football, action resumed tonight in the Georgetown Football Association Senior Men's League 2025 with 2 fixtures at the Police Sports Club ground, Ivleri. The first match featured Vengi FC versus the Northern Rangers, while match number 2 currently underway features Genesis FC versus the Motherland. Moving into cricket, action in the eagerly anticipated 2025 Queensway Security Inc. Senior Men's Inter-County Final is set for tomorrow, Saturday, November 1st at the George Agmahan or Hampton Court Ground in Essequibo. Defending champions Demerara, led by West Indies wicketkeeper batsman Tevin Imlach, will take on the home side Essequibo, who will be led by national wicketkeeper batsman Kimal Savory. Both teams have shown outstanding form throughout the competition, and both the coaches and the captains alike have expressed great confidence heading into tomorrow's fixture, which commences at 9 hours in the Cinderella County. And finally, the West Indies have secured a series sweep against Bangladesh after winning the 3rd and final T20 International in Chittagong by 5 wickets earlier today. Winning the toss and electing to bat, Bangladesh were bowled out for 151 in exactly 20 overs. Tanzit Hassan top scored with a brilliant 89 as Saif Hassan added 23. Romario Shepherd was the pick of the bowlers for the West Indies, taking a sensational hat-trick and finishing with figures of 3 for 36 as both Carey Pierre and Jason Holder picked up 2 wickets in a winning effort. When the Windies responded, it took them 16.5 overs to reach 152 for 5 on the back of half centuries from both Akeem Agis and player of the match Roston Chase. The player of the series award was presented to Romario Shepherd. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblet reminding you to stay in the game.
I Am Innocent win leader AZRUDDIN and Nazar Mohammed released on $150,000 bail each. No evidence to warrant an extradition, AZRUDDIN attorneys argue. Outgoing leader of the opposition SNUBS Ali on substantive judicial appointments. Hague's Jib resident outraged over dumped chicken waste. Calls for urgent cleanup and action from authorities. And in sport, West Indies secures a series sweep against Bangladesh. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm ALETHEA Grant. Thanks for watching.